Use bad financial situations to teach your children, not to hide it from them, but explain the mistakes you make and good things you would have done. Oh gosh, I definitely talked about money as early as the credit crisis, which was '08, and I think my daughter was 11 years old. This was a time and an opportunity to talk about budgeting, and we're on a budget. We're going to only spend X amount of money for dinner tonight. You guys pick a place. So I got them involved with some of the decision making, and I always talked about putting X amount of money you got to save for your future. My daughter, now she's 23. She's at Berkeley and she's a minimalist. She can afford clothes. She buys clothes at the Salvation Army. I go, Claire, really? She goes, Mom, you taught me. She goes, I'm not going to live your lifestyle with a big home, the nice cars.
Right.
I want to travel. I want to save. So, especially my daughter or a child that lives through a tough time in your financial life, it's incredibly impressionable. Use bad financial situations to teach your children, not to hide it from them, but explain the mistakes you make and good things you would have done. I talk to my children on all the mistakes I've made and said, listen, if I would have done it this way, or I had this, or I would have done it this way. That is how you teach your kids. You teach your children based on the financial mistakes you make. Because if they don't see you make mistakes, how can they avoid it? And that's the advice I give a parent today.
And how early would you have those conversations?
Well, again, I think the time that they can sort of understand, and like I said, my daughter, she was in first grade, second grade. I wanted to make impressions on them and explain to them as early as I could, hey, listen, we bought too many homes, we accumulated too much debt. These are the consequences. I must fix the problem and not make that mistake twice. It's okay in the money business. I don't care. Make a mistake. Try to make, no, don't say try to make a mistake. Avoid making mistakes. I always tell my children, avoid making the mistakes by learning where I made the mistakes. So you guys have 10 to 20 years on me. Okay. Oh man, you have that much more. Well, it's not about the money. It's about the decision making of what you're going to do with the money. Because when you don't have any money, I tell my son, Kobe, I named my son after Kobe Bryant. I go, Kobe, when you don't have any money, you don't have any temptation. But when the money and you save that $50 and all of a sudden you got 10,000, a friend brings a stock trade to you, you might be open to taking a gamble. That's when you have to put the reins on. Your mind works in two ways. It's logical and it's emotional. So it's impulsive. So you have to step back, like everyone getting the stimulus check, $1,000. Everyone wants to go spend it. No, take 20%, reward yourself and save the rest.